The return of baseball in Southeast Ohio could not have come at a better time. Hey, Copperheads fans, welcome inside the broadcast booth. My name is Tim Hanna. Alongside me, as always, Sedric Granger. Sedric, the Copperheads are making their return tonight after 2 full years off, and they're playing host tonight to the Grand Lake Mariners.
Yes, it is. It's so exciting seeing everybody back in town. You see everybody smiling in the crowd. You see the Little League players in their baseball uniforms. You see people in the Joe Burrow gear. It's just one really great day to be able to celebrate the city. You see Homer walking around. And the weather's just about as perfect as it gets, Tim.
Yes, it is. We had a little bit of rain this morning, and gladly it cleared up, and it is an absolute perfect night for baseball tonight here at Bob Wren Stadium. Like I said, they're hosting the Grand Lake Mariners tonight in the season opener. A team coming back from the North Division down to the South Division. What can you tell me about them?
Yeah, so the Grand Lake Mariners, they finished last year with a 17-25 record in Coach Tony Perez's first year. And like Tim said, they are moving from the North Division to the South Division. And Coach Perez, when we were talking to him before the game, he's absolutely excited that they are going to be able to play a lot more teams that are close by. They don't always have to travel to Michigan anymore to be able to face their opponents. They'll now be only traveling down south here to Ohio. So they're going to save on travel costs. The players can be more rested up. So he was really excited about that fact. But since these were two teams used to be cross-divisional, they haven't played as much as some of the interdivisional opponents. But now they're going to have to get used to each other as they're going to play each other 5 times this year. And this is the first of those 5.
Yeah, tonight will be a bit of a scouting game tonight, I think, for both teams. Just try and learn a little bit about their teams. On the mound tonight for the Copperheads is Matthew Clellan. He's going to be starting. What can you tell me about him?
Yeah, so Andrew Cullen, he is from Cadiz, Ohio. He's a 6'6" redshirt freshman on the mound today, and he is a player at Toledo. He started off the season at Ohio State, then transferred during spring break to Toledo. And when we were talking to him before the game, and he was really excited about being able to go against a live hitter. It's a great opportunity for him. He played last year in the summer for the Chillicothe Paints, but then throughout his freshman year, and then also due to the ineligibility with the transfer, he didn't get the opportunity to really get to pitch as much. So now he really gets to start off nice and early. And Tim, when you talk about fresh, I mean, that's about as fresh as you can get pitching for the first time in a year.
Absolutely, it is. Like Cedric mentioned, he's super excited to get out there and pitch against some live competition today. He got a lot of good work in. I saw him yesterday after we had a team event yesterday down on the field, and after he kind of stayed and got his feet set, a good nice feel for the mound. Today it's a little bit different than pitching out of the bullpen. But even he said the turf is really exciting for him.
Yes, it is. It's exciting. Our field is very interesting. As you see, we have the turf at the front, and then we have the grass in the back. So we'll see if that plays a factor coming up this year. But at least now the weather's not affecting it, as the weather is picture perfect right now.
Absolutely it is. First pitch is right on its way. We will be right back for that. Alrighty, Copperheads fans, it is time. The long-awaited return of the Southern Ohio Copperheads starts now. Copperheads take the field, and we're ready to get underway here, Sedric.
Yes, we sure are, Tim. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this, honestly. Just being able to see the lights on again, you hear the sound of the ball hitting the glove. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. I'm excited for this first game here.
No, it does not. Grand Lake Mariners last year coming off a 17-25 season. A little bit up and down in their franchise history. A little bit different than the Copperheads who stayed pretty consistent. The Mariners a little up and down.
Yeah, they definitely are. I mean, they're a type of team where they have 7 appearances. They have won 3 titles, but a lot of that was really early on in their history. But that still does not take away from the fact that this has been one of the founding members of the league. They are the second oldest member, along with the Lima Locos, of the Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League. And they represent Salina, Ohio, which is 58 miles northwest of Dayton. And with them, they've been able to have a lot of highs and a lot of lows. They even, interesting enough, had a season in 2006 where they won the championship with a 20-19 record. So they were about 500, just above it, but they got hot at the right time, and it really shows you that anybody can be able to win any year in this conference.
Absolutely, and recently in previous seasons, the South Division has been the tougher of the 2 divisions, and if both of these teams really want to make a playoff push towards the end, I don't think finishing under 500 this year is going to be an option.
Not at all, not at all. We've seen in these past couple of years where you can have a positive record and still not even qualify for the playoffs. It's going to be a tough battle. There's going to be a lot of teams that are tough outs. Even if we look to the next game, we got the Hamilton Joes, who are the defending champions of the Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League. So there's going to be a tough out. But again, it's an early season. All teams are going to look a lot different than they were. And for our Southern Ohio Copperheads, they haven't been out here for a long time, so I know the boys are excited to get out there and play. We've gotten to interview a lot of them. They've built some great camaraderie over the season, so it's going to be exciting, and we're going to get started right now.
Leading off for the Mariners in this first pitch of the game will be Sam Seeker. First pitch from Cleland. Just missed on the outside there. Will be ball 1. First pitch of the season. We are underway, Sedric.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Sam Seeker, he's from Lincoln Trail College in Norton, Ohio.
Chopper up to the shortstop. Over to first. Nice, clean play there from Shepard. Fielded to get the first out of the game.
Always love to see that clean 6-3 play. Just a routine hit right there. Taken on one hop and delivered right to first base for the first out of the season.
Shepard saw that ball really well into his glove. Was able to get it over to Class. That's a great first at bat if you're the Copperheads here. Up now is Ryan Kuth. Fouls one back. That'll be strike 1.
Brian Kerf out of Lincoln Memorial University, and he's from Winter Springs, Florida, coming all the way up north here in Ohio to play some summer baseball.
Pitch from Cleland. Swing and a miss. Cleland works it quickly to 0-2 here on Kurth. Pitch. Just missed on the outside corner there. Ball 1. Brings it to a 1-2 count.
About the first 3 hitters, this is the only righty that Andrew Cleland will see right here. So we'll see if the righty-on-righty advantage works out in our favor.
Just missed a little low there. That'll be ball 2. Works the count to 2-2. Kurth wanted to go on that one. Got to pull his swing back a little bit. Works the count full here.
Ball's fouled out to right field. Stays alive in the count for Ryan Kurth. Looking to try to draw first blood on the year.
Clellan, the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's the first strikeout of the year for Clellan. Gets him going down swinging. 2 outs, top of the first.
Yep, 2 up, 2 down to start the season. You love to hear it. And Andrew Clellan, he said that his go-to pitch is the fastball, and he really brought the heat right there on that last pitch to force the strikeout.
Yes, he did. Started him at the bottom of the zone, worked him all the way back up. Up now for Grand Lake. Benjamin Sterritt, sophomore outfielder from Lakeland Community College, originally from Caledon, Ontario.
I've got a couple of Canadian players in this league. We even have a couple on the Copperheads as well.
1-1 the count to Starrett. Clellan gets the sign and delivers. Popper. Oh, diving play there by Aldridge. Could not make the play. And that'll be a single for Benjamin Starrett, the first runner of the season. 2 outs.
Yeah, he found that soft spot right in between the center fielder, second baseman, and shortstop. And that's exactly what the Mariners wanted to see there out of Sterritt. He's a left-handed hitter, so he's one of those players that matches up a little bit better against a righty pitcher.
1 on, 2 out here in the top of the first. Manny Voorhees up to bat now for the Mariners. Will take ball 1 low. Sterritt got a pretty comfortable lead over there at first. I don't know if Clellan's trying to maybe just focus on the hitter here, but chopper up to the right field line. Fielded by Aldridge. Over to Class at first base. We go to the bottom of the first here at Bob Wren Stadium. Still 0-0. Alrighty, folks, we're back here at Bob Wren Stadium for the bottom of the first. On the mound for the Mariners, Justin Baltemire. What can you tell me about him, Sedric?
Yeah, Baltemire's from Ivy Tech Community College. That's in Fort Wayne. He decided to stay on for CU Community College. He's from Decatur, Indiana. He had 6 appearances, 22 innings pitched. He had a 2-2 record and 15 strikeouts. So look to match that total here during this summer for the Mariners.
Leading off for the Copperheads is shortstop Carson Shepard, but he actually takes that one off the thigh, so he'll march on down to first base and get us started here in the bottom of the first. First pitch of the at-bat
Yeah, Tim, I mean, it's like the softball game we had between the staff and the players. There was a lot of hit-by-pitch in that game, and we didn't know that this was going to be possible foreshadowing for what was going to be going down today.
Excellent comparison there, Sedric. We didn't get to take first base yesterday during the staff game, but definitely some similarities there in that pitch.
Of course.
Up now for the Copperheads is Gunnar Aldridge, the senior infielder from Michigan State. Shows bunt there takes strike one. Similarly to Starrett in the last inning, Shepard with a nice comfortable lead over there at first base.
Yeah, the pitchers really haven't done anything to be able to keep the runners honest so far.
Ball misses outside of the plate. It'll be 1-1 now for Gunnar Aldridge. The 1-1. Low and inside. Works the count to 2-2. Shepard with, again, a nice comfortable lead over there at first base. The 2-1. Swung on, belted into center field. Amazing catch there by Seeker, and that will be out number one. Shepard will return to first base.
It was some good contact right there. He did a great job of reading the pitch, but the center fielder, he did a great job of hustling to be able to make that catch. The catch was made out there by Sam Seeker, doing a good job, looking like a Seeker from the Harry Potter series, honestly, trying to catch a snitch.
Up now for the Copperheads is junior outfielder Kyle Ratliff. Ratliff coming down here to play for us by way of Southern Illinois University. As Baltemire fires one over to first, back at Shepard. Shepard back safely in time. Strike one there to Ratliff. We'll work the count to 0-1. Shepard takes off for second, fires down. He is out. Great heads-up play there by Green. Gets him trying to steal first base, and that is 2 outs now for the Copperheads.
Yeah, I kind of like the aggressiveness by Carson Shepard. He made a run for it. He almost got there in time, but the throw was just too good by the catcher.
Saw him getting nice and loose earlier today, right before first pitch. Actually, big swing there by Ratliff. He will be sent down, and that ends the bottom of the first.
Now, your Copperheads first inning recap.
Top of the second is brought to you by Jackie O's. As we get back to the ballpark here, it is a 0-0 ball game in the top of the second. And Sedric talking to both coaches before the game today. Coach Lanning for the Copperheads said his strength of his team is hitting, and for Coach Perez, he said the strength of his team is defense.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting a best against best sort of situation, and we've gotten to see both teams kind of work a little bit. As the Copperheads, they were able to at least get on base early on there due to the hit by pitch. But so far, the defense of the Mariners has been able to have the lead early, but it's still a long game to go, and a lot of times, a lot of these teams are still working out the kinks. They've only known each other for a few days so far and only had a few practices, so we'll see how each team settles in.
Grounder up to second, fired over to first. Great play there by Aldrich. That will be a 5-3 ground out for Gabriel Torres to get this second inning started.
Yeah, that was a great job of reading that by Gunnar Aldridge right there from his second base position. Stepped up after the ball hit the mound, and he got it in time.
Jacob Danneman steps in the box and fires one back behind the dish. Quickly 0-1 now. Solid showing from the Copperheads defense in this first two innings. They've made some really good plays so far.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. I mean, again, your shortstop and your second baseman are going to be two really important cogs. And right now for the Copperheads, between Mason Nadolny and Carson Shepard and Gunnar Aldridge and all the infielders, they've been making plays out there. Not to mention Mitch Klass at first, he too.
Ball two misses outside. The count is 2-1 to Danneman. Clellan fires. Off the plate is what it looks like, and that will be a 3-1 count now to Danneman, who's really picking his pitch as well. Chopper over to second base, easily fielded by Aldrich, who has had his hands full early on in this game today, to retire the second batter of the inning.
Yeah, talk about deja vu right there, Tim Hanna. Another 5-3 play. And right now in this inning right here, Mason Nadolny has been getting a lot of work.
Adam Ebling steps up to the plate now. Big swing there on that first pitch. It'll be 0-1, 2 strikes. Clellan really is commanding his fastball well today. It was something he talked to us about yesterday.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job so far. He's been also focusing on a couple of other pitches and shooting his changeup. And also with his fastball, it kind of looks a little bit like a sinker as well, too. It's one interesting characteristic about his fastball. So we'll see how that continues into this game, how many innings he'll go as well as you see a drive.
Popped up into right field. Crump will come up to make the play to retire the side. Copperheads don't give up any. You are listening to the Copperheads Baseball on YouTube. And the bottom of the second inning is brought to you by Steak and Shake. Getting it started for the Copperheads in this inning is Ashton Bam Thomas. And while Bam isn't his name, it is pretty much the only name he goes by.
Yeah, I was talking to Bam earlier this week at the Jackie O's function, and it was absolutely great being able to hear about his story. And when he was a baby, he used to go around hitting stuff like Bam Bam from the Flintstones, and then the name really stuck on him for the rest of his life there, and it really fit, especially given that he's been able to find a lot of success in baseball. He was at Flagler College, which is in the Georgia area. He's from Evans, Georgia. And he has 47 starts on the year at his college. He was second on the team with 59 hits, 15 doubles, and it was batting .312. But he's still looking for that elusive home run. And I'll tell you, if he gets one of these anytime this season, we're gonna go crazy.
Oh, it's gonna be one of the best calls all year. He really super excited when we talked to him yesterday about trying to get that home run this year. Takes ball too low. That one was pretty close to inside the zone. Able to, looks like they called it a strike. And there's a drive out to left field. Left fielder coming in. Sterritt makes a nice play there. Will be out number 1 here in the bottom of the second.
Number 10, Ian Crump.
Coming up now for the Copperheads will be number 10 Ian Crump, the sophomore from Miles Community College by way of Rapid City, South Dakota.
Yeah, Tim, we certainly have a lot of different states represented on this Copperheads team, and you guys at home are really going to see that throughout the lineup.
Yeah, it's great that all these guys can come in from all the different parts of the country and really get to enjoy all the nice things that Athens has to offer in the summer. There's a foul ball down the left field line.
Yeah, most certainly. There's no shortage of things to do down here in Athens, Ohio, from our many restaurants, bars, as well as the nature that's out there as well, too. As you walk down the bike path, it's absolutely beautiful, and it goes right past the ballpark. So lots of things to do.
Pop up over to second base. Hagan will get underneath it to make the play. That is out number 2 here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, it seems like the Copperheads are doing a good job of getting contact, but it's not going necessarily where they want. You're getting a lot of pop flies right now, but it's early on. Everybody's going to get a couple more chances at the bat. They're just filling things out.
Absolutely. Now stepping up to the plate is the junior infielder Mason Nadaldi. Takes strike 1 right down the middle.
He's a Concordia University he's a Concordia University product out of Minnetonka, Minnesota right there. That's a little bit of a tongue twister there, but one of representing Minnesota, nice and proud. So we got a lot of Midwestern, North Midwestern representation, which is nice.
Takes strike 2 right down the middle, and I think that might have been a pitch that he wanted. Rung him up for strike 3. That will be a backwards K for Mason Nadaldi as we head to the top of the third. You are watching Copperheads on YouTube. And the top of the third inning here at Bob Wren Stadium is brought to you by OUCU Financial. Back at the ballpark now. Coming up for the Mariners will be the number 8 hitter, Tucker Hagan.
Yeah, Tucker Hagan is out of Lincoln Memorial University, and he's a guy from Owensboro, Kentucky. So not too far down, just south of us.
Foul. One back there, the 0-1. High and outside there for Clellan. 1-1 now for Tucker Hagan. Pitch from Clellan. Hagan thought about going there, but he will hold back. That will be ball 2. Worked it to a 2-1 count now. Pretty lively crowd here tonight at Bob Wren Stadium. We weren't sure how many people we were going to get tonight due to the rain, but it looks like a lot of folks decided to come out and join us, which is just great to see after 2 full seasons not being able to play down here.
Most certainly, Tim. I mean, this is one of those days where you just know Mother Nature's smiling at you as you see the whole lower bowl filled up. Also the grass, you got people with the lawn chairs and everything. It's just great out here to be able to have baseball back, seeing the applause whenever a strike happens. I mean, you can't help but smile. There's something magical about seeing baseball in the summer.
Loads the count here, and the payoff pitch to Hagan popped up behind the stadium. Hopefully everybody's okay back there.
Yep. Hey, that might have a shot of being able to bounce into the Hagan River, which is right behind us.
See all the kids over there on the right side of the ballpark there running over to try and get the ball. We'll do it again here at 3-2. Hagan. Swing and a miss. That is the second strikeout on the day for Andrew Clellan.
Yep, he's got that fastball working. Both of his strikeouts on the day came on somebody swinging. He can really bring that heat. I wish we had a radar gun out here so we can be able to get that statistic for you. But he definitely has a great arm.
Stepping into the box now. In the number 9 spot will be Brandon Green, the catcher. Clellan delivers here. Takes strike 1 right down the middle.
Yep, he is out of Southern University and is originally from Chicago, Illinois.
The 0-1 from Clellan. Just missed on the inside of the plate there. 1-1 is the count.
Yeah, that definitely could have gone either way.
Green standing pretty close to the plate there, kind of crowding it a little bit, not giving Clellan much room to miss on the inside as there is another strike to him. 1-2 for Clellan. Got to be a little defensive here. If you're Green, don't want to kind of chase something outside of the zone. Big swing there. And Steidel throws it down to first to complete the out. That'll be 2 outs here in the top of the third. No score here at Bob Wren Stadium. A little slow offensively, but we have seen some great defensive plays here from both teams.
Yeah, we most certainly have. Andrew Clellan now has retired 5 straight batters, and he'll try to make it 6 to close out the inning.
Fly ball out to left field. Shepard drifts out to grab it to make the 3rd out. And that's all she wrote here in the top of the 3rd. You are listening to Copperheads Baseball on YouTube.
And now it's time for the snake seat upgrade of the game.
And the top of the third inning was brought to you, or the bottom of the third inning, excuse me, was brought to you by Eclipse Company Store. As we're back at Bob Wren Stadium, Mitch Class steps into the box looking for the first hit for the Copperheads all afternoon, really of all season actually. First game of the year.
Yep, Mitch Class is another one of the 6'4" Minnetonka boys, both from Minnesota, both pitch 6 and 7 in the order.
Chopper over to shortstop, fielded cleanly by Denneman, over to first base to record the first out.
Getting a little bit closer. They're getting contact on the ball. That's definitely not been a problem so far.
They are, and it is a bit of a transition between the metal bats that most of these guys use in college into the wood bat league. So if we do see a little bit of slow offense, and most of these guys really haven't played in 2 or 3 weeks either, so being on a roll as there's strike one to Diego Ortiz, a freshman outfielder from UAB by way of Puerto Rico. The 0-2 to Ortiz. Big swing and a miss. And that's a quick work there from Baltemire.
Now batting for the Copperheads, number 15, Josh Steidel.
Up to the plate now is the freshman catcher, Josh Steidel. Jacksonville University product by way of Boca Raton, Florida. Baltemire delivers. Big swing there from Steidel. Misses on a low fastball.
Josh Steidel, one of his goals for this year is to work to become more of a leader at his position and wants to be vocal as well. So we'll see how that continues throughout the 38 games. And overall, one of the things we always kept our mindset on, Tim, was asking, well, how do people want to grow? Because ultimately the Summer League is just to be able to help everybody improve as well as be able to make something fun for the community to go out to.
Got him looking for strike 3 for Josh Steidel. And the Copperheads go 1, 2, 3. You are watching Copperheads baseball on YouTube. And the top of the fourth is brought to you by Ohio Health. Cleland retired 6 straight up to this point. as there's a fly ball out to right field. Crump running, hits the wall, but that ball will go foul.
Yeah, had some great contact. It looked like it may have had a chance to be able to go over the wall, but it fell just short and just foul.
Kurth was about halfway to second too on that ball. That ball spent a little bit of extra time carrying up in the sky here. And Crump, excuse me, nice job keeping his head up to avoid running into the wall. The last thing you want to see is injury like that on opening night.
Of course. I mean, we got the wooden walls here, so it's not going to be something where you can easily run through. So good way to keep the eyes up, go after the ball there, and we'll see what happens on this at-bat.
The 0-1 to Kurth, big swing there. Oh, looks like they were saying he didn't go. It'll be 1-1 now to Kurth. Cleland delivers. Missed low into the outside of the plate, and that will be ball number 2. Oh, strike 2, excuse me.
And so far, Ryan Kurth is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout.
Cleland missed low there. Will be ball 2. Cleland looking pretty comfortable up on the mound, only giving up the 1 hit on the day so far.
Yeah, he's most certainly found his groove, and we'll see if we continue that as the sun is starting to set behind us. And the evening, absolutely beautiful. You can see even the background of Ohio University's campus on top of that. And right now on the mound, Andrew Cleland having himself a day. And we'll see if he'll keep it going.
The payoff pitch. Got him! Strike 3 for the first out of the inning for Andrew Cleland. Gets him on strikes. That is his third strikeout of the day.
Yep, he's been really killing the Mariners with that fastball. That's the second time he's got Kurth. He's really had his number so far as he's forced 2 strikeouts on him. Next up, it is going to be the guy who's gotten a hit on Cleland, though. It's Benjamin Sterritt, who had the single and the only hit of the day.
Hard hit ball out into right field. Crump chases it down. Will throw it into second, not in time. And Starrett is in with a double.
No wonder they have him in the 3rd spot in the batting order right now. It's Benjamin Sterritt. He's had a great day. He's 2 for 2 with a single and a double.
Sterritt, a nice hard hit ball out into right field. Crump showing off his arm strength there. Got it into Shepard and almost made the play there.
Exactly. We were looking at practice and just watching the teams warm up with throwing and then get into their throwing drills. And some of the players on the Copperheads have absolute cannons for arms. So don't be surprised if you see somebody get picked off at second, first, third, or home throughout this year.
The first pitch to Voorhees is a strike. Voorhees kind of checked at it, and umpire called it a strike. 1 on, 1 out here in the top of the 4th is foul ball there by Voorhees. Kind of got a little piece of it.
Maybe just a tad bit, but it seemed like a little bit of a breaking ball to his outside, and he had to almost reach for it.
The 0-2 pitch from Cleland. Inside of the plate. That will be ball number 1. Starrett again being a little aggressive on the base pads. Cleland gives him the look and delivers. Chopper just misses Cleland. Aldridge lays out for it, cannot get it. 1 run will come in, and the Grand Lake Mariners strike first here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, he found a good spot. It seems like the Mariners, for a lot of their hits today, they're getting it right on that mound, right past the pitcher, and then unfortunately that went in between the shortstop and the second baseman, got to the outfield level, and that's all they needed for Sterritt to find the first run of the year for the Grand Lake Mariners. They're up 1-0.
1 on, 1 out here for Gabriel Torres. Comes up to the plate. Hoping to add on some more. He'll take strike one. Voorhees really put it there where Cleland couldn't make a play on it, and Aldridge came over to try and slow the ball down a little bit, and unfortunately the ball just kind of trickled in the outfield. Nice throw back in by Ratliff to get that in quickly.
It is. It's a tough play. It almost rolled kind of like a bowling ball down a lane where it just kept going. I call that right down Broadway. That's always how I love to describe that sort of situation. And it really split the defenders about as perfectly as it can for the Mariners. But it's a really good spot for the Copperheads to be able to have our test early. You're down at home. Can you get the crowd back into it? Can you be able to have a response to them? And then also for Cleland as well to deal with some adversity.
Torres fouls one back, and Voorhees will slide into second. That is a stolen base for Manny Voorhees.
Have just call. But it looks like we have an injury on the play. We'll go to break, and we hope that Cleland is okay.
Alrighty, folks, we are back here in the top of the fourth at Bob Wren Stadium. Cleveland went down with what appeared to be looks like a lower forearm injury, something like that. We'll obviously don't want to speculate. We'll get official confirmation when that's necessary. But Adam Beery comes into the game for the Copperheads, the sophomore left-hander from Ohio University.
Yeah, I think it should be an interesting change of pace to have a lefty pitcher now in the game. We'll see how this matches up with the predominantly righty lineup of the Grand Lake Mariners. And the Mariners are having themselves their best inning of the day as they started to figure things out. But now they're going to be dealing with a different pitcher, so we'll kind of see how that might change matchups and change things here. Obviously, for the Copperheads, it's a little bit of an adversity to be able to deal with just in that past 20 minutes there, a player going down in the game. Again, this is a spot where the willpower is going to be tested. It's a long season. We're only in the beginning chapters here, but we just hope that Cleland is okay, and we got Adam Beery here on the mound. He might not have expected to be in this early, but here he is, and he's got to be ready.
Beery coming in from the bullpen. His first batter of the day will be
Yep.
Still Torres. Torres in a 1-2 count already. 1 out, top of the 4th. Mariners lead 1-0. Ball misses high. It'll be a 2-2 count.
And it's interesting being able to come into a game and already have a player on second, almost getting close to scoring position here.
Beery delivers. Swung on and fouled straight back. Thankfully, the net was here. That one probably would have popped up here in the press box.
Hey, I might have had a catch on the day.
Full count here to Gabriel Torres. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Runner on second. Big swing there, and that will be Adam Beery's first strikeout of the day. Out number 2.
Now batting for the Mariners, number 10, Jacob Danneman.
Danneman steps into the plate here.
Last time he was out here, he grounded out.
Danneman really crowding that plate and couldn't get his hands around quick enough, and that'll be strike 1. Beery delivers. Went off of his shin, so he will trot down to first. Voorhees had a nice jump there, was about all the way down to third. Before that pitch hit Voorhees, and hit Danneman, and we've got runners on the corners now for Adam Ebling. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th.
Yep, I think they sent back Voorhees back to second, it looks like.
Chopper down the left field line, but that is foul.
A good opportunity here for the Copperheads to potentially get out of the inning. You have a force out on third, second, and first. So wherever the ball is hit, they can be able to just get it to the nearest defender or nearest outfielder and try to make something happen.
Strike 1 there. Excuse me, strike 2 is what it looks like. And that is the third strike, and the third out of the inning. Mariners leave 2 on here in the top of the 4th. You are watching Copperheads Baseball on YouTube. And the bottom of the fourth here at Bob Wren Stadium is brought to you by Larry's Doghouse. If you do get a chance to make it out to Bob Wren Stadium this season, make sure you stop by the concession stands. Larry's is will be cooking us up food all season long for all of our home games. Thank you, Larry's Doghouse. Carson Shepard in the box here now to get us started here in the bottom of the fourth. Back to the top of the lineup for the Copperheads as Shepard takes strike one there.
Yep, last time he was up, he was hit by pitch on the first pitch.
There's a fly ball out to right field. Sterritt comes in to make the play. Nice contact there from Shepard, just wasn't quite able to get it to drop, and that will be the first out of this bottom of the fourth.
That outfield is pretty formidable right now for the Mariners. Coach Perez definitely wasn't lying when he said their defense was good, but we just want to keep seeing the Copperheads keep chipping away, and you never know what can happen.
Gunnar Aldridge steps in the box. Aldridge, again, solid contact his first at-bat. Just wasn't able to find a hole. He will take ball one on the inside of the plate here. Make it a 1-0 count. One out. Mariners lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. Big swing there by Aldridge. Even the count there at 1-1. Aldridge with a bat flip, going all the way back. That is a home run, the first one of the season, and the Copperheads are back on the board. Gunnar Aldridge with a nice little bat flip there, gets the crowd, and Bob Wren is on their feet, and the Copperheads tie this game up here in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, wonderful play right there, Tim. And again, that is the first score for the Southern Ohio Copperheads since 2019. We got to keep putting it in that perspective because that was not just good but terrific, and that's going to get everybody up on their feet, and that's all the momentum that the Copperheads needed. Gunnar Aldridge bringing the heat.
And this fan base has waited a really long time to celebrate a Copperheads run, and it couldn't have come at a better time. Big swing there by Kyle Ratliff. Maybe a little too excited, I don't know, on that swing.
Yeah, you know what? Why not try to sting them twice before they can even blink? You might have the other team on your heels. Why not go and swing at the first pitch there to see if you can burn them twice?
Another big swing there from Ratliff.
Talk about a way to get the first hit of the year coming on a home run.
It was a quick strikeout there from Kyle Ratliff. And Baltemire really recovered well from that home run to get a quick out there.
Yeah, he showed some pretty solid composure. Whenever something happens, you kind of have to have that amnesia sort of mentality where even if something happening, you got to forget about it, move on to the next pitch. And he did a solid job there of being able to move on. And now he has 2 outs forced, but not before the Copperheads could tie up the game.
Bam Thomas steps in the box. He will take strike one right down the middle. Maybe being a little bit more patient after he just saw Ratliff go down quickly on 3 strikes. Bulleman delivers. Chopper to the shortstop. Thomas will leg it out, and he will not make it in time. The Copperheads get on the board here in the bottom of the first from that huge home run from Gunnar Aldridge. You are watching Copperheads baseball here on YouTube. We are back here at Bob Wren Stadium. The top of the fifth is brought to you by Jackie O's. 21 or older fans of the Copperheads can go on over to Jackie O's and try the new Homer Hazy IPA. Tonight is opening night across the Great Lakes Summer Leagues, and quite a few teams are in action tonight, Sedric.
Yeah, most certainly. So some of the scores around the league: the Jetbox Baseball Club is up on the Muskegon Clippers 7-2 at the bottom of the second, and at the top of the fourth in the South Division, the Richmond Jazz find themselves up against the Licking County Settlers 4-2. Shout out to Cade Williamson and Andrew Allison, Bobcats, that are broadcasting that game. In the bottom of the fourth, the Michigan Monarchs are tied with the Royal Oak Leprechauns by the same score as we see in this game, 1-1. And then the Xenia Scouts are up on the Hamilton Joes in the top of the fourth. Hamilton Joes trying to defend their title. The Scouts look like they have other plans. And then in the top of the fifth, the Lima Locos and Sandusky Ice Haulers are tied at 0. The Ice Haulers will be the Copperheads' one cross-divisional game coming up late in July.
Yeah, I know you and I were talking about when the schedule came out. Getting really excited to go up to Sandusky to watch those two teams square off. As there's a drive out into right field. Nice play there by Crump to get the first out of the inning.
Yeah, good job out there, showing some great tracking ability in the outfield. This is where it's a little bit tough because the sun's going down right over the press box, so you get a little bit of that sun in your eye from that outfield position. We kind of got to see it when we were on the field doing our little softball game, so really good job by Crump to be able to shield out everything, make that catch on one knee.
Number 9 hitter Brandon Green drives one up. Shepard fields it, running over to the side. Nice stretch there by Class, and that's quickly 2 outs now for the Copperheads, who really took this momentum back in this game.
They most certainly did right now. I mean, having a home run, scoring that way, just to be able to get the crowd going, to be able to get the energy flowing, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. And now the defensive side of the ball can also feed off of that energy.
Berry delivers the first one to Sam Seeker, who takes it inside, strike number 1. Strike 2 there, almost the exact same pitch there from Beery. And he's looking really, really comfortable out there on the mound now. Beery delivers, strike 3, he is out. We go to the bottom of the fifth. 3 quick outs for the Copperheads. You are watching Copperheads Baseball on YouTube. And welcome back to the broadcast. This bottom of the fifth is brought to you by Steak and Shake. And I'd like to give a quick shout out here to Ohio University student Drew Fulmer, who actually designed all of the graphics you see on our broadcast this year. Drew did an excellent job on that project for us, so we appreciate that, Drew.
Yeah, these graphics look absolutely terrific. Just being able to see them on the screen, just being able to see the work and see the talent that people around our age got. It's just amazing.
Absolutely, and that's one of the big visions of the Southern Ohio Copperheads, is that this entire team is actually run by students. You and I are obviously both Ohio University students, but everybody from the local crew that helps seat people in their seats, all the way up to the general manager of this team. As there is a drive out to right field, tracking back is Kurth, who makes the nice catch there. Drifting out of bounds. Into foul territory. Got my sports mixed up there.
Happens to the best of us. I mean, it definitely makes sense given that they were throwing the football around in their warm-up. It was kind of an interesting little warm-up drill there.
A little bit of a switch from your traditional warm-up. Stepping into the box now is Mason Nadalny, with one out here in the bottom of the fifth. We've got a tie ball game, courtesy of the Gunnar Aldrich home run in the last inning. As there's a chopper to Denneman at shortstop, fired over to first base, and quickly the Copperheads are down to their last out of the inning.
Yeah, this game is going fast. You blink your eye and innings are passing. I mean, it's got a quick game flow right now.
Only 4 total hits in this game so far, so quick work from both defenses. Teams really just kind of trying to find their stride, and the Copperheads only had 3 practices as a team since they got here on Saturday.
Yep.
And talking to Coach Perez, the Mariners, before the game, he said his team's been together about a week. Chopper over to the third baseman, fired across the diamond, and that is out number 3. All right, Copperheads fans, we have played 5 innings here at Bob Wren Stadium. Score right now is 1-1. You are listening to Copperheads Baseball on YouTube. Copperheads fans, welcome back to the broadcast here in the top of the 6th. Tim Hanna alongside my partner Sedric Granger. We've played 5 here at Bob Wren Stadium on opening night. Game is tied at 1 apiece.
Yep, have Ryan Kurth back up. He is struck out twice on the day, 0 for 2, looking to get his first hit.
Chopper over to Shepard at first. Can't hold on to make the play. Kurth will get on with they're probably score that as an error on Shepard. Shepard, really quick guy at shortstop, has kind of really been all over the infield up to this point.
He sure has.
Beery gets behind him. It's behind Steidel, and Steidel will just have to eat this one.
Yep, go on as a pass ball.
Kurth will advance to second.
Benjamin Sterritt has been very dangerous today. He is 2 for 2 on the day with a single and a double.
Starrett really been all over this game, offensively and defensively out in left field, keeping the Copperheads only to 1 hit.
Yeah, he'll be a player to watch in this series when we on the 5 games that we get to play against them.
The ball is fouled out to the left side of the field here. A couple fans racing over to try and grab that again.
I see, Tim, back when you used to attend games as a kid, did you ever used to go try to run and be able to track down the baseballs that get fouled off?
Absolutely. One of my actually earliest memories of baseball was the Toledo Mud Hens AAA team up there. My mother used to take us quite frequently actually down there to see those games, and you know, just the rush of seeing a fly ball hit your direction and jumping over seats, all that kind of stuff. That's what it's all about, man.
It most certainly is. I grew up with the Columbus Clippers. That was my AAA team. And being able to go Diamond Dog Night, or whenever my dad's job had something with the Clippers, just getting to be able to have infinite hot dogs for a while and then to just enjoy a great game at Huntington Park. Oh, my gosh, nothing like it.
Ballpark up there.
It is. It's a great ballpark.
2-2 now to Sterritt, who will take a step out of the box. I believe he called time. We will get back to the action here. The 2-2 pitch to Starrett. Just inside on the inside part of that plate. And that will load the count here at 3-2 for Benjamin Starrett. Beery takes a step off the mound here to regain his composure. Will step back on and deliver the payoff pitch. Over to Shepard at shortstop, who fires it over. Unfortunately, not able to get it over in time. We now have runners on the corners. No outs here in the top of the 6th, and Coach TJ Lanning will make his way out to the mound to talk with his pitcher.
Yeah, it's a big opportunity here for the Mariners as they have a runner in scoring position. And for the Copperheads right now, it might be a great chance to be able to just sit down, take a deep breath, and know that, hey, you can be able to work this position pretty well, be able to get some good pitching at the plate, and be able to potentially retire the side. But with 0 outs right now, it's definitely a tough prospect, but not impossible.
2 errors on the board for the Copperheads, both of them unfortunately coming in this inning. Carson Shepard really been good offensively, or good defensively for most of the game. Just those 2 couple errors, and I think if you're a Shepard, you kind of just want to. He's got really quick feet, so you just kind of want to slow down and make sure you're getting that ball into the glove. Manny Voorhees steps into the box now. That is a fly ball out to right field. Crump will get underneath it, and the runner will tag. He is going home. Looks like he held up there at third base. Crump with a really nice throw back into Steidel there to keep him there at third.
Yeah, that was really impressive. I thought for sure that was going to end up being a sac fly, but an impressive throw by Crump to get it all the way down to the home plate almost, and that prevented the runner from going.
Beery delivers. There's another fly ball out to the right field gap. Crump is looking at it again, and we'll try it again. The tag. And the Mariners will get one there on the sacrifice fly from Manny Voorhees. Excuse me, Gabriel Torres. It is now a 2-1 ball game here in the top of the 6th. Two outs here in the top of the 6th. Jacob Danneman steps into the box. Hanover College by way of Edgewood, Kentucky. Beery delivers. Big swing there from Danneman. 0-1. Great job there by Stidle to keep that low pitch in front of him.
Yeah, it definitely becomes important whenever you have a runner threatening to potentially steal second.
And that one looks like it caught Stidle in an awkward spot. He gets up and is kind of shaking it off a little bit. Umpire will go out to talk to Beery on the mound.
Appears that he's okay, but that definitely is a stinger.
It came in from the inside of the plate and just wasn't quite able to glove that one cleanly. Two and one is the count here, 2 outs. Jacob Danneman in the box for the Mariners. Fly ball out to left field. Bam not able to get over to it in time, and he will field it, get it in. Puts the brakes. Oh, they got him caught in a rundown here now. We got 2 Mariners on third base. The Stidle will just throw it back over to second to get him caught in the pickle, and that ends the inning. So a pretty unconventional way to, well, we'll see. They're kind of talking about it now.
This will be an interesting call here. It looks like they're going to reward them with a run. We'll see if it's some sort of interference.
Starrett came into touched home plate, and
yeah, it looks like they're going to reward him a triple.
Interesting turn of events here.
Yeah, this will be an interesting call, but no matter what happens, I'm pretty sure these fans aren't going to like it. And it doesn't seem like we're going to get any explanation up here, but from what we can see, it looks like it's going to go down as a triple, and then we're going to reward the run. So Benjamin Sterritt is able to reach home off of the triple by Jacob Danneman.
Danneman really solid contact on that ball. Not quite sure what happened. It looked like they had him caught in the rundown there. With Sterritt tagging up to go home, but we'll have to figure out what happened there.
Yeah, it seemed like an interesting situation because it seemed like that would potentially be something on the runner, especially when you see the runner, if it's called in the rundown, and he saw his man at third, and he was like, oh, I thought he was going to go all the way, and then you had 2 of the same runners, both on third base. So it just makes me wonder if it was just some sort of interference call or something of that sort. That's something where I feel like we'll have to ask in the post-game interviews to be able to get the full clarity on that.
Adam Ebling, the 0-2 pitch. Just missed on the inside of the plate there. Worked it to 1-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. The Mariners lead 3-1 here in the home opener. Chopper on the left side of the infield. Thomas will field that, and that will be a single for Adam Ebling.
Right now, it seems like the Copperheads are in a little bit of trouble. We'll see if we see a timeout of some sort just to be able to relax. They just got to get out of the inning. One more out is needed. But now they've dug themselves into a little bit of a hole here. It's 4-1 as the scores have started to accumulate here against the Copperheads. And so far, we can go and give a little rundown of how the scoring happened today. The scoring started with a Benjamin Sterritt run off of a Manny Voorhees RBI single. And then the Copperheads responded in the bottom of the fourth with a Gunnar Aldridge home run, the first hasta la vista of the year. And that tied things up at 1. And then through this 6th inning, it's been a rough one for the Copperheads as Ryan Kerf was able to find home plate off of a sacrifice fly by Gabriel Torres. And then Benjamin Starrett found home on a triple by Jacob Denneman. And then Denneman just got home on an Adam Ebling single.
Looks like the right-handed junior, Colin Ryan, will come in relief of Barry, the junior from Stony Brook University by way of Lindenhurst, New York. Already the third pitcher for the Copperheads today. I can't imagine that was something that Coach Lanning really wanted to do, especially this early in the season. Got a 5-game road trip, 4 or 5 game road trip coming up to end this week. So, like, if he could, try to keep as many pitchers off as he can.
Yeah, it's a really tough situation, but like we were talking about earlier, injuries are always a key issue that can happen. Also, you never know what's going to happen in a game. You never know if someone's just having an off night. In the bullpen, at least with the Copperheads, they do have a pretty full roster here. But even then, you still have to make sure you're doing a great job of being able to pick and choose which arms are playing, which arms are resting in the bullpen. And we'll see how this affects some of the upcoming games here. As Tim said, you're going to have a lot of road games coming up. They're actually going to play 7 out of their next 8 on the road for the Copperheads here. So I'm glad that the fans are here and making this home game count, since it's going to be a little while until we're back. But again, we'll see how this plays a factor on the year. But yeah, we'll see how our new pitcher does when Colin Ryan.
Really great showing today from the Copperheads faithful. It's been a really long 2 years, and you know, we talked to some of the members of the community when we were at the Homers Hangout event earlier this week. And a lot of them are really, really excited that the Copperheads were able to play again this year, and we're happy to bring these games to you. Tucker Hagan will step in the box now. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Runner goes. The throw, the tag. He is out of here. Excellent throw there by Josh Steidel. Gets him on the run, trying to steal second. 3 outs, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. The Copperheads have some work to do if they'd like to get back into this one. You're watching Copperheads Baseball on YouTube. Welcome back, Copperheads fans. The bottom of the 6th is presented by Eclipse Company Store. 4-1 ball game here in the bottom of the 6th as Diego Ortiz steps into the box to try and get a couple runs here back in the bottom of the 6th. Quickly 2-0 in the count.
Yep, on Ortiz's first at-bat back in the 3rd inning. He struck out on 3 pitches, looking to get his first hit of the season.
Excellent job being patient there by Ortiz. Gets it to 3-0, and he can be a little bit aggressive here on this up 3-0.
Yeah, a real hitter's count right here. Also, you got to think about Baltemire maybe getting a little bit tired here. He's pitched almost into his this is his 6th inning now of pitching, and we'll see if the Mariners will turn to their bullpen here real soon. We'll see if we get any guys start to warm up, but right now it looks like he's putting in a solid amount of work here as a starting pitcher. And I mean, he's only had 38 pitches relative to all the about 73 pitches that have gone for the Copperheads there. So that's kept him a little bit more fresh.
Baltemire, really, other than the home run today, it has been really impressive as there's a chopper over to the 3rd baseman. Gets him in time. Great job there by Torres to glove that one. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Josh Steidel now up to bat. Steidel with the inning-ending pickoff there behind the plate. We were watching them in practice Sunday morning when this team got together, and before they had their jerseys on, we were like, "Who is that catcher?" We saw him, throw 2 or 3 absolute perfect throws down from behind the plate.
Exactly. And the crazy part, he's just a freshman and still focusing on the leadership, focusing on just having the skills. And when you look at his skill set, you know it's there. So just big potential right there as Jacksonville University has got themselves a star in the making.
Steidel not able to keep that one fair. So we will move to a 1-1 count.
Steidel was last up in the 3rd inning where he was struck out looking against Baltemire, one of Baltemire's best at-bats.
Oh, there's a shot out to right field. Ebling looking back. That is gone. The 2nd home run of the night. The first for Josh Steidel. The Copperheads inch closer to tying this game. 4-2 is the score. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th.
How about that? That's the 2nd hasta la vista of the year as the Copperheads get another home run, another solo shot. That seems to be their favorite way to score early on here, this time coming from Josh Steidel. That's a way to be able to start the season right there, nice and high. We got 2 home runs on the day, both solo shots, and now the Copperheads are only down by 2, so if they can start to rally here, they can make this one pretty interesting.
Crowd started to get a little quiet here at Bob Wren, and then Josh Steidel got them back on their feet now as they're up celebrating again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Copperheads number 1, Carson Shepard.
Carson Shepard now into the box. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Mariners lead 4-2. Strike 1 there on Shepard.
Yep, Carson Shepard, he ended up reaching first base in the 1st inning off of a hit by pitch and then had a fly out as well earlier in the game.
There's a nice gapper from Shepard. Gets down right in front of the center fielder. And the Copperheads look to be getting a little bit of a rally going here.
Yeah, I love to see it from Shepard. He had the rough inning on the defensive side of the ball, but he turns around, comes in on offense, batting, and he's able to get a hit down and be able to help his team potentially get closer in this game. I mean, it's only 4-2. It's a 2-run lead, and these leads can disappear in an instant.
Absolutely. Now up into the box will be Gunnar Aldridge, the man who scored the first run of the season for the Copperheads this year. Looking to, I don't know, maybe do it again. Tie this ball game up with Shepard over there on first.
Yep, that's some great foreshadowing right there, Tim. And we'll see what he can do. I mean, one of the biggest things whenever a season's getting started, you want to have somebody that can break the ice, get that first hit, not have to worry about that and not having to focus on like, oh, when are we going to get that first hit? When are we going to get the first hit? He stood up there and he went and got that first hit of the season. So we'll see if Aldridge can do it again and help the Copperheads continue to get back into this game. 4-2. It's just something where this was like the first time seeing a deficit, and we'll see how the players react.
Absolutely. This will tell you a lot about this team. Down 4-2 here, middle part of the game, and we really see how this lineup and this dugout as a whole, the team will be able to persevere through this if they can, get a couple hits together and get themselves back in this ball game. As a throw over to first base, Shepard back in time.
It is, and it's a good spot to work with now. You have one player on, got one out.
The pitch. Aldridge. Big swing there, and I think he wanted to put that one on the OU softball field there in right field.
We know he has the power to do so. We saw it earlier today, and they really love that right field homer. All the homers have been to right field, so we'll see if we see it again, or if we at least see a hit to right field.
The Ohio Health sign out there in right field has seen both home runs today. Two and one for Aldridge. That ball is popped up on the infield. Dunneman will go over to get it, and Shepard will have to retreat back to first base. That will be 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 2, Kyle Ratliff.
The junior outfielder Kyle Ratliff steps up to the plate.
Yeah, Kyle Ratliff, one of the guys I've got to have a good amount of conversations with, especially at the Jackie O's event. Great guy, really encouraging, and he's one of these great leaders on the team.
Shepard has to dive back over onto first base. Ratliff stands in the box awaiting his first pitch of the at-bat. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Mariners lead 4-2. First pitch is in there for a strike to Shepard. Excuse me, to Ratliff.
Yep, Ratliff, he was excited about earning the opportunity to play at Southern Illinois University. Spent some time at Lake Michigan College, and then now moved on to Southern Illinois University in Edwardsville, just from outside of Grand Rapids. And at Lake Michigan College, he dominated with 36 games played, batted .364, had 10 home runs, 38 RBIs, and 12 stolen bases.
And Sedric, that's one of the great things about players being able to come in and play in these summer leagues. They're able to, if they do want to move up a level, go from that junior college level up to the Division III, Division II, even Division I. Having the film from playing in the summer league is absolutely phenomenal. As a throw into Shepard, gets away from him at second. Green with a pretty nice throw from behind the dish, but Hagan is not able to hang on, and Shepard will advance to second base.
See, I love the aggressive play by Shepard right there. He saw an opportunity, and he went for it, and he did not give in. He just went for it, put his helmet down, got into the bag, and was able to get there in time.
Great heads-up base run in there from Shepard, too. Kind of chit-chatting with Hagan over there, making sure, a little friendly competition, but nothing too serious over there. Those kind of collided a little bit there on second.
Of course. Well, Tim, especially at the start of the year, this is where new rivalries are formed with divisions changing and people taking COVID years off. You don't have a lot of consistency and players coming back, so new rivalries are really being formed here.
And by mid-July, this is a team that we'll know really, really well, and obviously these guys know that, so wanting to keep that going. Big swing there by Ratliff will make it the 3rd out of the inning as we go to the bottom of the 6th. The Copperheads got one back, but still have a little bit of work left to do. We'll be right back. You're listening to Copperheads Baseball on YouTube. The top of the 6th here is, or the top of the 7th, excuse me, is brought to you by Ohio Health. We've got a special presentation for you here, folks. In the top of the 6th here, we've got a little tribute to the Freeze.
Here it is. It's going to be a race. You got the students out there. There's some speed right there. I want to see some of them running the bases. And here comes the Orange Crush. And it looks like he has about a 50-yard deficit, but we'll see what happens as the kids and the students and the fans, they're getting a good chance to be able to be ahead. And look at the guy in the green shirt. The fan in the green shirt is going crazy. He's up there with a massive lead. Looking like a football player getting to the end zone. He crosses the line. Will all the fans win? And all the fans are able to come out just on top as the Orange Crush almost came back for it, but the fans were just too fast. As watch out for those little leaguers because they have a shot at being able to play at a high level. You might see them for the Athens High School team or even up on the Southern Ohio Copperheads or Ohio Bobcats baseball team one day. Definitely some future talent here in Athens, Ohio. And that is a great way to start off the 7th inning.
Yeah, Sedric, just a nice little preview of the kind of stuff that goes on here at Bob Wren Stadium on a Copperheads game day. Stuff you don't normally see at different ballparks, but that's one of the things that the Copperheads like to pride themselves on is being able to create these community events for people to come out to and watch. Hunter Hagan steps into the box now. 0-1 for him. The pitch is a high fly ball out to center field. Ratliff comes in to make the play. Quickly one away here in the top of the 7th.
Now batting for the Mariners, number 35, Brandon Green.
Brandon Green steps up to the plate here. And first pitch is in there for a strike.
Brandon Green, he has had 2 at-bats today. He has grounded out both times, still looking for hit number 1.
Colin Rain coming in relief of Adam Beery, who went out in the last third of the previous inning. Rain really commanding early here, able to find his stuff. There's another strike in towards Green. One and 2 is the count to Green. Just missed on the outside of the plate there. It will make the count 2-2.
Yeah, that could have went either way, Tim. That was real close to being strike number 3.
Rain delivers the 3-2. Oh, the 2-2, excuse me. That'll be, well, now it'll load the count. 3-2. Umpire checking his ticker, and actually that was ball number 4. So Green will take his base.
That was definitely an interesting exchange there. I thought I counted about 3, but the umpire probably has got a little bit better count than we do up here, and he was able to get that one on 4. It was interesting, though. It took him a little time to wonder whether that was 3 or 4.
Sam Seeger steps in the box now. Runner on first, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Mariners lead 4-2. Throw back over to first, but not really a play there over at the first base.
Nope, not at all. And Sam Seeger, this is his 4th time up to bat. He grounded out. He had a fly ball in the 3rd and a strikeout, so he's 0 for 3.
Seeger fouls one back right behind us over the stadium here. 0-1 to Seeger, 1 out. Runner goes. The throw, little bit off the mark. Good job by Shepard there to back that up. And not give Green the chance to advance to third.
Yeah, the Mariners have really been taking their chances today on the stolen bases here. They had some times where they've been caught stealing, so it's been hit or miss for them, but the risks are starting to pay off for them.
The 0-2 to Seeker as Rain brings it back in. And delivers. Chopper over to Class at first, but Green will advance to third. We got 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Runner on third. Ryan Kurth steps into the box now, the junior infielder from Lincoln Memorial University by way of Winter Springs, Florida.
It's interesting. It appears we have some lights kind of going crazy out in the outfield. I wonder if that'll have to be checked because I don't know if that's legal for the batters to have to deal with that. We'll see, though. Oh, it looks like the lights have settled now.
First pitch to Seeker in foul territory down the right field line, will land in the grass. Just kind of misses a couple kids out there, actually. Hopefully they're keeping their heads up out there.
Yep, and it looks like one lucky fans got out of there with the baseball.
Aldrich and Class both back there trying to make a play on the ball, but just a little bit too far over the wall there down the right field line. It'll be 0-1. Nice pitch there from Rain. So he gets it to 0-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th.
Yep, Ryan Kurth on the day. He's 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts, but he also was able to reach first base off of the error.
The 0-2 just misses the bottom of the plate, and I don't think a lot of these fans liked that call. Trying to see their guys get out of this inning with a runner in scoring position here in the top of the 7th. One, two. Swing and a miss, and that will end the inning. Nice strikeout there from Rain. We will go to the bottom of the 7th after the 7th inning stretch. You are watching Copperheads Baseball on YouTube. Alrighty, Copperheads fans, we are back. The bottom of the 7th is presented by Larry's Doghouse. Up to bat first for the Copperheads in this bottom of the 7th is Ashton Bam Thomas, who will take ball 1.
Yep, one of the things that Bam's working on this summer is working on the fluidity in his game and his power at his at-bats.
Strike 1 there for Bam, and he was really confident. Really had a set list of goals of things that he knew when he showed up here this weekend, what he really wanted to work on, and that shows a lot of maturity, I think, especially with the hitter. You know, knowing exactly what you want to work on, and then you come to a program like this where you've got all summer to work on it and plenty of at-bats to do so, and usually good things come out of it.
Yeah, you really hit the nail right on the head, Tim, with that, because, again, he had a great mentality. He's one of those players where, you know, he has goals for the future. He set things up, and he's like, hey, this is what I'm going to get better at this summer. These are my goals. I've come here for that purpose, as well as to be able to make a lot of friends as well, too, as he's formed quite a great bond with a couple of other players on the team as well, which is always great to see. But, yeah, not only did he talk about the fluidity, but he also talked about some of his strong suits and high motor, as well as that.
There's a drive into center field. The center fielder makes a grab. One of the best plays we will see all year. Sam Seeker lays out for that one and robs Bam Thomas of what would have been a stand-up double. Probably would have tried to leg that one out for a triple.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where you just, it hurts to see. I mean, it's just a great play by not only Bam to get the hit, but an even better play by Sam Seeker to make the diving catch. And if anybody's got that on video, which we do, since we're up here in the broadcast booth, got the camera right down, we might have to send that to ESPN because that might have a shot at making a top 10 play because that catch was phenomenal. But that definitely sucks for the Copperheads. Tough break.
Ian Crump steps into the box now for the Copperheads. Will take strike 1. Ian Crump, the sophomore outfielder from Miles Community College by way of Rapid City, South Dakota. Played in quite a few games this year at Miles. 53 games. He hit .304 with 5 home runs, 47 RBIs, and 26 stolen bases. So a guy like Ian could get on base. I definitely think he would look for a stolen base.
Yeah, definitely some solid work right there. Lots of games played there. Took a couple-week break and then got back into the action here with the Copperheads. Earlier today, he's had a fly ball, 2 fly balls actually, and that's how he's gotten to 0-2 on the day. But he's really been doing a great job of getting contact. So we'll see if things start getting a little bit better for the Copperheads. Right now, it seems like they've just gotten a few tough breaks. We saw the thing where it looked like they caught a player in between the bases, and they ended up calling it a triple, possibly off of some sort of interference. And then there with the catch by Sam Seeker, robbing Bam out of a standing double.
There's a chopper over to the shortstop. Danman fields it. That is out number 2. Great job by Crump there to kind of leg it out. Try and see if he could beat that run, but so the last chance here in the bottom of the 7th for the Copperheads. Mason Nadolny steps in.
Mason is 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout looking and a ground out. Looking for the hit number 1.
Big swing there from Nadolny. The 0-1. Big swing again there by Nadolny. Quickly 0-2 now. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Mariners lead 4-2.
That was a disgusting breaking ball by Justin Baltemire.
The 0-2 is belted into left field. If it's fair, it will be good for a. Looks like Nadolny will kind of have to hustle back to first base as slams the brakes on there. Great piece of contact hitting there to to get on base here, maybe get a two-out rally going. And in steps his Concordia teammate, Mitch Class.
Yep, we'll see if both the Minnesota boys can get on the plate. Or get on the base, rather.
Class will take strike one. Great job there by Green to stop that pitch. Little low and outside to keep Nadalding there at first base. The 1-1. Throw back over to first. Nadalny is back in time. And we'll do it again here at 1-1. There's a pop up to shallow right field. Hagan is drifting back to get that one. And that will end the inning here in the bottom of the 7th. We go to the 8th. The Mariners lead the Copperheads 4-2. You're watching Copperheads baseball on YouTube. Top of the 8th here is brought to you by Eclipse Company Store. Top of the 8th here, the man that's been giving the Copperheads problems all day. Sterritt is up as he drives one right back to the mound. Great job by Ryan to field that cleanly, stay out of danger there. And first out of the inning, quick out.
Yeah, they finally got Starrett after he's reached on base in the 1st inning, the 4th inning, and the 6th inning. They finally found a way to shut him down, and that was thanks to the work of Colin Ryan as the pitcher position. He's out of Stony Brook University from Lindenhurst, New York, out of North Babylon High School. He totaled 66 strikeouts and a 1.2 ERA at his high school, so very solid high school career. And now up into his junior season, he's getting better here as a Copperhead.
Manny Voorhees with a big miss there. The 0-1 just outside. Voorhees also with an impressive at-bat the last time he came up in the 6th.
He certainly had. I mean, we look at what Voorhees was able to do. He's had gotten on base once today, has stolen a base as well earlier in the game. So he showed himself to be dangerous. And one of the things that's really interesting is we kind of get to scout out our opponents through a live game where we're going to see a lot of these teams a lot.
There's a fly ball back towards center field. Ratliff drifting back makes the catch on the warning track. Quickly 2 out here in the top of the 8th.
That was close. That went all the way back to the dirt track. I was starting to sweat a little bit here in the booth, Tim. But Ratliff did a great job tracking that ball, showing that speed. And when we were interviewing him, he said his best characteristic was speed. He's been one of the fastest guys on the team his whole life, whether it was in high school, college, or even now with the Southern Ohio Copperheads. And he really showed that speed right there.
Yes, he did. Even kind of demonstrated a little of that speed yesterday during our little staff game, getting after it, just having some fun with the rest of our staff out there.
Yeah, you blink your eyes, he's already to second base.
There's a drive out into right field. Aldridge drifted back to make the catch. 2 incredible catches in a row and 3 quick outs here in the top of the 8th. Coming up for the Copperheads in the bottom of the 8th will be Ortiz, Steidel, and then back to the top of the order, Carson Shepard. We've played 7.5 here at Bob Wren Stadium. You are listening to Copperheads Baseball on YouTube.
We are in the bottom of the 8th inning here as the Southern Ohio Copperheads find themselves down by 2. First runner up is Diego Ortiz looking for his first hit of the year. And a 1-2 pitch count right now. Baltemire's had an impressive day of pitching as he's gone 8 innings strong.
And we were talking about it during the break. That's not something we really get to see very often, especially during these summer league games. A lot of teams just don't have the pitchers to be able to pitch their guys, 80, 70, 80 plus pitches night in and night out because of how big of a grind this season is. And just the fluidity of these rosters. It's just not something that happens very often.
It is. It may just be a situation, though, where you just got a guy you're confident in, and he might just be one of those pitchers that's just like an Iron Man where he could just go the whole game and just continue to work, especially since his pitch count, based off the amount of innings he's had, it's been relatively low. He had 71 going into this 8th inning, and we don't see anybody warming up in the bullpen, as Tim observed earlier, so we'll see how that goes.
Payoff pitch. Cracked into left field, but that ball will go foul. Looks like one of the Copperheads down there in the bullpen made a nice snag at the bullpen fence, but thankfully that doesn't count as an out.
Yeah, would have been catch of the day, honestly. Either that one or the seeker.
So we will do it again at 3-2. Fouled back into the fence here. And we'll do it again.
It is. But the Copperheads rocking their all-white uniforms with the green batting helmets. And we heard rumors that there might be an alternate uniform later this year.
Yeah, Copperhead's got some big special events coming in. Be sure. Oh, this is a great time. Actually, we'll plug the social media accounts if you're watching on YouTube. Make sure to head down into the comment section. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Here on YouTube, obviously. As Ortiz will go down to first as he is hit by a pitch there. Caught him on the inside part of that elbow.
Batting for your Copperheads, number 15, Josh Stiles.
Steidel comes up to bat here in the bottom of the 8th. And so like I was saying, follow us on all of our social media platforms. You can catch all the latest content from myself and Sedric, as well as the rest of our social media team throughout the season. Sedric and I will be on the road every day with this team, bringing you the best of Copperheads baseball from all the different ballparks around Ohio, Indiana, and possibly even Michigan if we make a nice little playoff run. So.
Exactly. You never know. You never know where the season will go. Also, you might see some food reviews coming up. We might be trying out some different hot dogs in different cities, and we'll see which one shines the best. Something gives me a little bit of a feeling that it will be Bob Wren Stadium here in Larry's Doghouse.
There's a fly ball out to right field. That drops. Ortiz gets the stop sign at first, but now he's going to run home as the overthrow. The throw, no tag. Ortiz comes around to score, and the Copperheads put another one on the board. A little bit of wild throwing there going on.
Yeah, it looks like Diego Ortiz either was a situation where they put in a pinch runner, or it was a situation where at the beginning it was not even him. It was Trey who ended up getting the score. It looks like Trey Rucker, who was a top 150 outfielder recruit. He showed some great speed there getting around the bases, and he's the one who's able to get the run off of, it looks like, the error at second. Or potentially could go down as an error. We'll see how they eventually score it, but there was some issues handling the ball at second. But what a big play by Josh Steidel. He is 2 for 3 now on the day, and he got looks like he got to second or maybe third base there. Might have to go back, look at a replay if we have that.
Great heads up running there by Rucker too. He gets the stop sign from Coach Lanning at third base and quickly turns his head around, sees the ball gets overthrown, and takes off to come home. And really great heads up base running. We're now only one run difference now here in the bottom of the 8th.
Yep, and then that's Trey Rucker. Again, he's an Arizona State guy out of Texas. In high school, he actually attended IMG Academy, a very famous school out in Florida. So they got a lot of good competition out there. But it looks like finally we're going to see another pitcher for the Grand Lake Mariners after Baltemire's put in 8 innings of work, or almost 8 innings of work. And definitely an impressive day by him. He put in a lot of work. Got a couple of strikeouts on the day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A couple of strikeouts there. And it looks like Ryan Calvert will be the new guy in at the pitching position here for the Grand Lake Mariners. He went to Shorter University and is from Oberlin, Ohio. He's a right-handed pitcher. And now that we have a little bit of a break here, we're going to take an opportunity to look at some of the scores across the country and update you guys on what's going on around here as the Grand Lake Mariners find themselves up 4-2 over the Southern Ohio Copperheads in our game. And then the Jet Box Baseball Club, they have put up 11 on the Muskegon Clippers. They're up 11-4. At the top of the 7th, the Richmond Jazz and the Licking County Settlers are all tied up at 4. The Licking County Settlers, just like the Southern Ohio Copperheads, took a hiatus, and they are back in front of their home crowd looking to get a victory on day one. In the bottom of the 7th, you got the Michigan Monarchs tied up with the Royal Oak Leprechauns 2-2 in a solid game. Looks like more of a pitching duel there. Bottom of the 7th, you got the Xenia Scouts up 4-2 on the defending champion Hamilton Joes. Hamilton Joes will be the Copperheads' next opponent. And in the bottom of the 8th, the Lima Locos find themselves down 3-4 on the Sandusky Ice Haulers. And looks like we got a lot of close games around here. Really only one blowout with the Jet Box Baseball Club with a really impressive showing early on.
Bottom of the 8th here as Ryan Calvert finishes warming up. 1 on, no outs here in the bottom of the 8th. And up to the dish will be Carson Shepard.
But it'll go down as a double for Josh Steidel.
Pass ball there. Steidel will run over to third, round it, just kind of give it a look. And that's a stolen base for Josh Steidel.
Yeah, he's had himself a great day so far, and he might be able to put himself for a chance for another score. Could be the tire. With 0 outs right now, this is a good chance for the Copperheads. If they can get anything going here, this could potentially give them the lead for the first time this season.
The 1-0 to Shepard. And the delivery. Slice down that right field line, but foul. 1-1 is the count. Copperhead showing a little bit of life here in the bottom of the 8th, and it was all started by that nice hit by...
Yeah, Trey Rucker, he ended up getting hit by pitch, and then Josh Steidel was able to get the double, and then he ended up getting to third base on the pass ball. And that's how we find ourselves here, 4-3, with Steidel on third in scoring position. And Carson Shepard, who's up, he is 1 for 3 on the day with a single.
High and inside on that ball, too. It's 2-1 to Shepard. Calvert coming in for relief of Justin Baltemire, who really had an impressive day today, all things considered.
Oh, he certainly did. I mean, 8 innings of work, that's not easy. He'll definitely have to ice up his arm a little bit after today, but an impressive showing. He got a couple of strikeouts. I'll count them all up here at our next commercial break. But according to my count, he had a pretty solid day. But right now, this is where the Copperheads can be able to take advantage. Teams usually want to put out their best guy maybe to start the season. And now that they've endured that and they've staved him off and stayed in the game, this is their chance to be able to strike.
Oh, that one off of Shepard's helmet. Showing his toughness there, able to stand in and take that one. And umpire has to go up and just make sure that that was actually an accident and not any type of retaliation. But
exactly. I'm sure the fans in the crowd, they definitely didn't like that at all. They wanted the pitcher out of the game for that one, but we'll see how it goes. Again, I'm thinking this might be the start of a nice rivalry going on this year. We've already got a heck of a game right here, and they're going to be playing each other a couple more times. I'm really excited for all these future matchups, just to be able to see these rivalries forming, watching how these teams be able to feel each other out, and kind of see how the dynamics in their series are going to go.
Yeah, the two new, air quote, new teams in this South Division. We talked about it during the pregame show. Grand Lake coming down from that North Division to kind of slow up or shorten some of those travel times, and then obviously our Copperheads coming back after a 2-year hiatus due to the pandemic. But yeah, if this game tonight is any preview of what we're going to see the rest of the year, this is shaping up to be a great series.
Yes, there is. There's definitely a lot to be excited about. And the divisions are a little bit wonky this year, as you have a kind of unbalanced sort of division thing where there's 7 teams in the South, just only 6 teams in the North. So that could make it a little bit more challenging to be able to make the playoffs when you have to battle against 7 teams as opposed to 6 teams. It's a little bit more crowded. But it shows that whoever the teams that make the playoffs in the South Division are going to be a little bit more battle-tested potentially.
Absolutely. That's a great point. Shepard getting a little dancy over there on first base, and Calvert will take a step off the mound to recollect himself before delivering the 1-1 to Aldrich.
Yeah, potential tying run and potential run that could take the lead are on base, so we'll see what can happen.
The 1-1, Shepard goes. The pitch, he is safe. That throw by Green just a little short, ended up hopping over Daneman, and Shepard advances into scoring position now.
Yeah, impressive day, Carson Shepard. That's his second stolen base of the night.
And that's one of the big things coaches look for when they're building these types of lineups. Can they find a speedy guy to put maybe in that first or second spot that's going to get on base and then try and advance that before they can even get to that 3-4 hole hitter, who are going to be the ones driving in the runs.
Exactly. You can see the speed already from Shepard.
Shepard showing off his speed both offensively and defensively today. A couple of them resulted in the errors, but that's just one of those things you kind of have to iron out throughout the season. Everybody, makes those kind of mistakes. So definitely something he'll want to improve on, and I'm sure he's not happy about either of those 2 errors, but really good vision seeing the ball today on the defensive side for Shepard.
Of course. You just got one of those players with really quick feet.
As there's a drive into right field, Steidel will tag and stand in, and the ball game is tied here in the bottom of the 8th. It's 4-3 here in Athens. 1 out, 1 on here.
Great job by Gunnar Aldrich picking up the sac fly, just what the Copperheads needed, especially when you have only 1 out in the inning with that. And they do a great job. You have 1 runner also still in scoring position. And now with that score, Josh Steidel gets his 2nd run of the day. It's all tied, and we'll see if the Copperheads can continue to take advantage, Tim, as it looks like they're starting to find their groove here in the 8th inning.
Clayton Hodges is going to pinch hit now here in the bottom of the 8th for Kyle Ratliff. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Sedric, and I think we've got ourselves a little bit of a rally coming on.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. It's been interesting to see what's going to happen right now. I'm just excited, man. Just getting the game tied up. You can feel the competitive juices, not only going through the players, going through the fans, but also going through us at the broadcast booth. It's great. And we also have a new player on. It's Clayton Hodges, this sophomore, gets his first look on the year. Jacksonville University, same school as Steidel, so his teammate is getting a little bit of love here in the lineup. 5 starts, 8 hits, 3 RBIs at his university. And he'll look to get some hits here for the Copperheads as they are tied up 4-4.
One on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. It is a tie ball game now, as there's a chopper over to the first baseman. The toss over to Calvert, but he slides into first, and he calls him out. Great heads-up play there by Hodges to try and reach for that one, but unfortunately just couldn't quite leg that one out. Great play there by Kurth at first base.
Yeah, I mean, that was some good speed to try to get there. He definitely did not give up on that chance there, and he was able to hustle, but just couldn't make it there. But on the bright side, that did advance Carson Shepard to third base.
Shepard on third, 2 outs, and steps in is Ashton Bam Thomas, looking for his first hit of the day. First pitch in there for a strike. Shepard over there on third, trying to come in and score the run that would give the Copperheads their first lead of this young season. As there's a ball sliced back over the left side of the infield here. Foul ball.
Bam on the day. He is 0 for 3, but one of the ones, it was almost a double. It would have been there. Sam Seeker wouldn't have had the Superman-like play to be able to make that catch. But we could tell Bam was pretty close here, and we'll see if he can be able to break through and get that elusive first hit of the year.
Seeing the ball a lot better than he did his first at-bat. As he takes a step out of the box here, kind of recollect himself before the 0-2 here. As there's a chopper over to Duneman. In time, the throw is in time, so Shepard's run will not count. But the Copperheads get 2 back here in the bottom of the 8th, and we will go to the top of the 9th, tied 4-4. You are watching Copperheads baseball on YouTube. We are back at Bob Wren Stadium for the top of the ninth. Today presented by Ohio Health. Grand Lake Mariners 4, Southern Ohio Copperheads 4. We got a pitching change in for the Copperheads. Luke Borer comes in the relief role here in the top of the ninth as the first pitch is in there for a strike. Borer, a 6-foot right-hander from Perrysburg, Ohio, actually told us a really interesting story about his high school playing days, as there's the 0-2 count there. In high school, he hit for the elusive and extremely rare home run cycle, and it was all over all types of news outlets all over the country. And for those of you at home who aren't quite as familiar with baseball, is strike 3. And that's one quick out here in the top of the ninth.
Yeah, talk about coming in fresh right there. You got a fresh arm, getting his first look and first work of the year, and that's a great way to start for Borer. And, yeah, like you were saying, it was pretty impressive. He was able to get on Reds radio. He was there for the Cleveland baseball team's broadcast as well. Just a lot of great opportunities there.
For those who aren't as familiar, the home run cycle is hitting a 1-run home run, a 2-run home run, a 3-run home run, and a grand slam, all in the same game.
In the same game, you say?
Yes, all in the same game. And it's never been done at the major league level. I believe only once or twice at the minor league level. And Borer, Perrysburg, able to do that just a couple years ago, actually. Borer also plays for Ohio University, 9 2/3 with 5 strikeouts this year. So not a whole lot of experience, but I think he's like a lot of these other guys on this team, just wanting to come in and work on their craft.
Exactly. I mean, you're going to get a lot of opportunities this summer to be able to get a lot of work in, and at the end of the day, you just want to continue getting better day by day, step by step, whatever the skills that are the weak parts in your game, just working to improve that. And we're going to see how Borer and the rest of this pitching staff, how they continue to develop as the year goes on. That's what the great part about having 38 games, man. I mean,
absolutely. Yeah, you get to watch these guys grow from where we are tonight to the end of July, and just a lot of different tape. As that one kind of takes a nasty bounce off the net there, and looks like everybody's okay, but that one, little nasty bounce there as it's full now for Adam Ebling.
Yeah, got some gas from the crowd over there. I was kind of fearful that something happened.
Just misses the outside of the plate, and Adam Ebling will head to first base.
It is now, if you're the Copperheads, you want to be able to get out of this inning before you get Sterritt coming back up or Ryan Kurth. Those are some of the guys that have scored today and that have really had the Copperheads numbers. So those are the people that you really want to prevent from coming up. And I think Lanning's probably saying something similar here where he's trying to get his guys together. It's the 9th inning. And if they could keep the score at 4-4, this could be a big opportunity for the Copperheads to be able to go.
Absolutely. Coach Lanning just probably went out there and said something along the lines of, hey, guys, just keep your cool. If we can force them to get a ground ball to either the left or the right side of the infield, they're definitely looking to turn 2. That's something during infield drills this week that those guys spent a lot of time on, and has been pretty obvious even in this game that the connection between Aldrich and Shepard and Nadolny and Class in the infield has really started to develop already. The 1-0 is low to Tucker Hagan. Throw back over to first, not quite in time.
Tucker Hagan, 0 for 3 on the day. Strikeout, 2 flyouts. Both were to the outfield. One of them was to the dirt track, almost a homer. An amazing catch by Ratliff stopped that.
Just missing again over the outside of the plate. A little bit low. Hagan doing a really good job of being patient, kind of waiting on that ball to come in.
It is just waiting for that right pitch to come by, his favorite pitch. We'll see what it is.
Runner thought about going, but I don't really think he wants to test the arm of Steidl back there. Already thrown a couple guys out today and made some really close plays at the plate.
Yeah, he's been pretty precise with his passes so far on the day, and then also seems to have been doing a great job focusing on that leadership quality as well, too, making sure everybody's settled. He's had to have a couple of different pitchers come in today, and he's done a great job keeping things, being a good leader out there and just keeping things on the straight and narrow here.
And there's, as really the leader of this defense, there's a fly ball out to right field. Looks like Crump gets it in foul territory. Gets a free one there. 2 outs, and Ebling will retreat back to first base.
Well done. All right, that's 2 down. Just need 1 more. If we have to get to a situation like that, overtime rules are very interesting, so we'll see how this goes. But we will explain those later if we get to that point. But for now, there's still a lot of baseball left, and we'll see what the Copperheads can do.
A lot of things can happen here. Brandon Green steps into the box and hits a chopper over to Shepard, who tosses it to Aldridge over at second. Copperheads fans, we are going to the bottom of the 9th. On opening night here, tied 4-4. You are listening to Copperheads Baseball on YouTube. Copperheads fans, it's the bottom of the 9th here at Bob Wren Stadium. Up first for the Copperheads will be Crump, and then Mason Adaldi will follow him. And rounding that out will be Mitch Class. But Cedric and I were talking during the break about the the extra innings rule here in the Great Lakes Summer League, and it's a little bit different than a conventional baseball extra inning rule.
It sure is. It's quite interesting. It kind of reminds me of the NFL sort of system there where it's the first score kind of wins. But in this case, it's kind of weird because if you win the coin toss, you can choose either offense or defense, either choose batting or fielding. If you're batting, you have to score a run. If you don't score a run, you lose automatically. That's it. And if you're fielding, if you're in the fielding team, you can't allow anything. If you allow 0 runs, you win. So it definitely puts teams in a tough decision. And then for the Copperheads, considering who's next up for the Grand Lake Mariners, with it being Sam Seeker, Ryan Kerf, and Benjamin Sterritt, the top 3 in their order, I think it's pivotal that the Copperheads find that extra run in the bottom of the ninth to potentially close it out right here.
Absolutely. You don't want to leave anything to chance, especially with, like you said, some of the Mariners' best hitters today would be coming up in that top of the 10th for them, as there's another ball in for Ian.
I guess a good thing here, too, is just to be able to find your sense of just calm in the storm, as the energy's really high, the pressure's really high, but this is where composure is everything.
There's a slice down the right field line, and nobody will be able to make a play on it. Ebling, Hagan, and Kruth kind of all cruise back there, see if they could make a play on that ball. 2-1 is the count for Ian Crump.
Ian Crump, he had a fly out in the second, a fly out in the 5th, and a ground out in the 7th. And could potentially get his first hit of the year. It would be a great time for it.
Calvert looking on and getting ready to deliver the 2-1. Pitch just a little bit high, right at Crump's shoulders, and that'll increase the count to 3-1. Missed on the outside, and Crump will trot down the bases all the way down to first.
Number 23, Mason.
All right, there you go, Tim. You have the potential winning run on base. 0 outs. We'll see what the Minnesota boys can do, as we've coined that term of our 5th and 6th hitter in the lineup. Actually make that 6th and 7th hitter in the lineup, both from Minnesota.
Nadaldi waiting for the first pitch, shows bunt, pulls it back. Crump back in time too. That could have been disastrous for the Copperheads.
Nadaldi, he had a single earlier in the day in the 7th inning. 1 for 3 on the day.
And the crowd's starting to get back into this game, cheering, "Let's go, Cheads." Nadaldi will show bunt again and chop that one foul. 0-2 for a 1-2, excuse me. Was able to get that first pitch back.
Yeah, it's definitely a strategic thing here, trying to just advance your runner in the scoring position. You have an out to give almost. So maybe a bunt, if maybe you can catch him napping, but I feel like now, after you showed bunt a couple of times, you're going to get the infield pretty privy to it here.
Yeah, Torres over at third base, kind of taking a step in. Calvert's lucky that one didn't get away from him. Green able to slide over and stop that ball. Crump very active on the base pad over there.
Yeah, it was a solid catch as Brandon Green kind of got his right hand out there. He got out there about maybe 1 or 2 feet out there to make that catch.
The 2-2. Fouled straight back. Fans back there got their money's worth, sitting right behind home plate.
Yeah, those are some of the best seats in the house. I mean, I think the broadcast booth might have something to say about that in terms of best seats.
We got a pretty good seat up here in the booth. The 2-2 to Nadalny. Again, almost gets away there from Green. Really able to use his body to stop that there. And I think without doing that, Crump would be standing on third base right now.
Yeah, Green has shown himself very valuable for the Mariners at the catching position and being able to do a great job of helping out his pitchers. But you know, Ian Crump is eyeing on that potential shot of a pass ball.
The payoff pitch to Nadalny. Did he go? Field umpire says no, and that will load the count at 3-2. Got a little lucky there. And the fans are letting him know that is ball 4.
You got TJ Lannon going to bat out for his guys, making sure that they can get this call right. I know the umpire, we saw earlier today that he does try to keep a count there. He even had like a little counter, it seemed like, on him there to be able to try to get it right. If worse comes to worse, we do have instant replay, so you guys back at home, you guys can skip the video back and see if the umpire was right or not.
Umpire says 3-2, so we'll do it again. We'll do it again at a full count. Calvert with the payoff pitch. Fouled straight back, and Nadalny will stay alive here.
Yeah, he's really showing himself to be a tough out here at bat. Again, a couple of fouls, and then this is where a pitch count, especially for the guy who's just come in now in Calvert. His pitch count's getting up there, and it only had like 2 innings of work. It was only a second inning of work here.
Nadalny's teammate Mitch Klass sits in the batter's box. That one will miss outside. There's now 2 on here in the bottom of the 9th. No outs. And up to the plate steps Mitch Klass, Nadalny's teammate from Concordia University.
Yeah, well done at the plate by Nadalny. He just stood in there. He kept taking pitch after pitch. He was able to get contact on a little bit of each one, and he stayed alive and was able to force the walk. And that's just being a tough out, man. That's the way to do it. And I'm just really excited here with the Copperheads as they have a little bit of a timeout here to just kind of think about things. I'm just really excited right now, though. I am amped. The crowd is amped right now, Tim, and they can feel the energy here. And I know the energy is going to kick up to an 11 if the Copperheads can figure out a way to be able to get that walk-off win.
Jordan Long comes in to pinch run. Jordan Long, the sophomore infielder from Edison State Community College, hometown Huber Heights, Ohio, not far up the road from where I grew up. Up there, shout out to Troy, Ohio, if anybody up there is watching.
He'll be going in at first, going in for Nadalny on the bases here.
Crump on second, Long on first. And Mitch Klass is in the batter's box. No outs here. Bottom of the 9th. It's a tie ball game here at Bob Wren Stadium. Klass shows bunt, drops one down the line, but it does not stay fair.
There's a good bunt here. Would be so huge to be able to get a guy on second, get a guy on third, and then all you need is a sac fly.
Yeah, great idea there by Klass, to try and just drop one down. The sac bunt puts 2 runners in scoring position, and then a deep fly ball to right field wins this game for the Copperheads.
It is, or any base hit, we'll see. A base hit could potentially do it here, depending on the location. Especially if you get it anywhere in that right field area, it could be very difficult. So we'll see what could happen for Mitch Klass.
Klass will show bunt and drop one down, but it will bounce all the way back to the backstop, and it will be 0-2 for Mitch Klass, who now has to swing at this one. And see what he can do here with no outs. Bottom of the ninth. And really great way to bounce back for this team who was down early, and when all hope seemed lost, they were just able to slowly claw back and stay in this game the entire time. As Klaus drives one through the middle, the play at first he will be out, but both runners will advance, and now the winning run, Copperheads fans, is on third base. Here with one out now, bottom of the ninth, and fans at Bob Wren are starting to stand up.
They can feel it. All it takes is any sort of sacrifice play, gets the job done, and it'll be a big spot for Trey Rucker. Has a lot of talent.
Trey Rucker, the Arizona State product, comes into this game.
Yep, first time he was out, he was hit by pitch. And it looks like they're going to walk him intentionally.
They're going to walk Rucker to set up the double play opportunity.
But, well, you know, that could be a potentially dangerous situation because Josh Steidel is now in, who is 2 for 3 on the day and has been the best hitter so far on the day against Grand Lake. So we'll see how that decision goes. It'll be an interesting call.
Now batting for the Copperheads, number 15, Josh Steidel.
And Josh Steidel, really one of the more impressive players for the Copperheads, and he's been playing well all game.
He certainly has. He's kind of been the steady heartbeat of the team from what I've seen so far at the catcher position, even though there's been a lot of pitchers coming in. He's been steady right there, been steady at the plate, getting a lot of hits on the day with 2, including a home run earlier and a double. Couple ribbies on the day as well. So we'll see if Steidel can bring it home.
The first pitch to Steidel, who rockets one foul. And I think everybody in Bob Wren Stadium right now all gasped at once, hoping that would be the one to win it here on opening night.
Exactly. You can feel it, Tim. Like any hit like that, if that's in play, that's game. So we'll see if Steidel can do it.
Calver looks on and delivers the 0-1 to Steidel, who swings and puts one. Left fielder drifting back, makes the catch, but he will tag, and the Copperheads will take it on opening night. Josh Steidel with the walk-off RBI sac fly, and the Copperheads take this one from the Grand Lake Mariners on opening night. Sedric, can you believe it?
Oh, I can believe it because baseball is back in Southern Ohio, baby, as you can't help but smile at the resolve of this Southern Ohio Copperheads team, Tim. They were down 4-1. It looked like everything was quiet, but the Copperheads continued to fight. They continued to claw, and they ended up finding themselves victorious.
And this is just such a resilient team. I mean, they were down 3 runs really early in this game and didn't seem to have a lot of offense moving. And, you know, just through a lot of steady hitting and, you know, relying on those guys behind you. You know, all I got to do is get on base and we're going to make something happen. And, I mean, what a better way to welcome baseball back to Southeast Ohio than a walk-off win in the bottom of the ninth.
Amen to that. And to be better yet, we have fireworks coming up later. We can turn the camera on to that so then the fans at home can be able to hear that. But I just got to know, everybody's got to be feeling the joy, man. And having the first game be at home, be in front of this crowd, be in front of this area of Ohio where we've been able to be a part of such a great thing that's brought baseball to this area of Ohio. It's just been absolutely wonderful. So, Tim, I mean, that's about as picture perfect of a way to start the season.
How can you not be romantic about baseball? I mean, it's just an incredible opening night. Thank you to all the fans that came out tonight and supported us. It's been a long time coming. Shout out to all the student directors, the board of directors, and everybody that made this night special. This is definitely going to be one that people remember for a long time. So stick around with us, folks. We'll kind of see if we can get the fireworks display shown for you, and then
post-game
make sure
too.
to stick around for the post-game show. We'll have Josh Steidel and Coach Lanning in the booth with us to kind of break down this game 1 win. So yeah, stay tuned, folks.
All right, the Copperheads, they were victorious by a score of 5-4 today, and I'm here with Josh Steidel, who hit the game-winning sack fly. And Josh, just take me into your head. How did it feel to hit that game winner?
You know, I saw a pitch up, and I was like, just elevate, and I hit it really well, and I actually burnt the left fielder, so I was really excited, and then my team came and greeted me with water and everything. It was a big celebration.
Yeah, man, you had the whole city of Athens, all of Southern Ohio rallying around you
awesome.
For that, man. What a great way to be able to bring baseball back to Southern Ohio. My other question for you, you did talk about how you wanted to become a great leader this year. You had to had 4 different pitchers come in. Of course, there was an injury earlier. Do you feel you did a great job of being able to be a leader out there?
You know, for catching, it's really hard to catch someone you don't know, and I had 4 of those guys today, and I give all the credit to them because they really pitched a great game, and I was just there helping them catching the ball, so that was about it.
It is. You did a great job of that all day. Is there anything you want to say to the fans just about the Copperheads?
Great atmosphere. I hope y'all come back next home game. It's awesome.
Awesome. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate it, man. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
We're now also joined in the booth by Copperheads head coach TJ Lanning. And Coach, what a better way to start off the season, and 2 years, no baseball, and this is how we treat the fans when they come back to the ballpark. That's got to be something special.
First of all, thank you. I just want to thank all the fans that came out, man. This place was electric. It was bumping. I mean, you can't script it any better than what we just did tonight, you know. Went down early in the game, 4-1, then battled our butts off to come back and tie it up at the end and then walk it up off. It doesn't get any better than that.
Coach, your team showed a lot of maturity, like you said, started behind, got down 3 runs early, and then slowly chipped away at it. Had to rely on a couple different pitchers. Was that something you kind of had in mind, or was that just kind of how the game went?
Yeah, you know, we didn't plan on Andrew going out that early. You know, he had a little tweak on the mound there, but you know, Barry came in, stepped in, did his job to pick us up for the next few innings, and then it was all scripted out. We had the guys that we wanted to throw tonight, so it all worked out. We wanted Board to close it out if we got to that situation, and we did, and it all worked out. It was all scripted.
Perfect. All right, Coach. Well, thanks for your time.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on the win. We'll get ready to see you tomorrow night in Hamilton.
Yes, sir. Cheds are back, baby.
Three, two, one. All righty, Copperheads fans. Well, that's the first game in the books tonight. Pretty incredible game tonight, Sedric. 5-4 final score. Walk-off in the bottom of the 9th.
I mean, it's about as poetic as it gets. I mean, you're down 4-1. It looks like the odds are stacked against you. There was injuries to have to overcome. And then what happens? The heroes, the Southern Ohio Copperheads, are able to put it together, have a strong 8th, strong 9th inning. And Josh Steidel really headlined it. But it was a full team effort. The whole team made plays. And just seeing the energy all around, it just makes me smile. And I'm glad these fans are rewarded with a nice fireworks show with the team. The students and the people in the crowd can be able to go get autographs out there, and I just know it's got to be a cool feeling for each of these players, and then also just each of these kids to be able to see a victory like that with baseball coming back to Southern Ohio. It just makes me smile ear to ear. It feels poetic.
Absolutely. But not too much time to celebrate this victory. We're on the road tomorrow, headed down to Hamilton to play the Joes, who, let's see, were they?
Yeah, they were in action today, it looks like. That's one of the few scores that's not showing up right here. They're actually above. In Hamilton, they took a lead, 6-5 over Xenia. They were down the whole day to Xenia. The Hamilton Joes, they'll be a tough out because, again, they were defending champions last year. Obviously, there's always turnover a lot between teams, but when you have a team with a championship culture and trying to defend that title, it's definitely going to be a tough out. And it's the first time that the Copperheads will be on the road since 2019, so we'll see what happens. I feel like the crowd did a great job of really helping to will the Cheads to this victory, and they won't have that advantage coming up here. But like I said, going back to the start of the game, when it comes down to this schedule, we have a lot of road games. We're going to be on the road 7 out of the next 8, but at least we got to start off with game 1 at home. And I think that's really important for the Copperheads to set the tone to the season. And now it's time to see if the Copperheads can steal some games on the road. It'll be a test. It'll be a challenge. But I know Coach Lanning and the boys are ready for that challenge.
You're absolutely right, Sedric. And we'll have all the coverage for you from Hamilton tomorrow, as well as the rest of the road trip until we make it back to Athens next week. So for Tim, Hanna, Sedric, Granger, and our entire staff here at Bob Wren Stadium, we'd like to say thank you for joining us on the broadcast tonight. Go Cheads.
Go Cheads.